Hello and welcome back to the English Circle. I'm Emily.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're talking about something that makes even advanced English learners want to hide under a table, dealing with fast talkers. You know the situation. You're in a conversation and suddenly the native speaker starts talking like a machine gun. Words blend together. You catch maybe every third word. Your brain is working overtime just to keep up.
Your ears are straining. You're nodding along, hoping they don't ask you a question. Inside, you're panicking. What are they saying? Did they ask me something? Should I pretend I understood?
Ugh, the agony. Last week, a colleague was explaining something to me at full speed, and I just kept nodding and smiling. 20 minutes later, I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I had to go back and ask someone else. I felt so embarrassed.
Today, we're going to give you the tools to handle fast talkers with confidence. You'll learn strategies to slow them down politely, phrases to ask for clarification, and techniques to keep your calm when your brain is overwhelmed.
Because it's not your fault they talk fast, and you have every right to understand what's being said. Let's learn to take back control of the conversation.
Alex, let's start with why this is so difficult. It's not just about speed, is it?
No, it's the blending of words, the lack of pauses, the unfamiliar rhythm, and the stress of knowing they're waiting for a response.
Exactly. Native speakers often blend words together. What are you doing becomes what you doing. Reduce vowels, probably becomes probably. Speak in chunks, long sentences with no pauses. Use idioms and slang that you might not recognize.
So it's not just speed, it's all these other things combined.
When a fast talker overwhelms you, use the S.L.O.W framework. It gives you a step-by-step way to regain control.
S.L.O.W. Exactly what I need them to do.
S, stay calm. Don't panic. Panic makes understanding harder. L, listen for key words. Catch the main ideas, not every word. O, open your mouth. Use polite phrases to slow them down. W, wrap up with confirmation. Repeat back what you understood.
This is the survival guide. Let's break it down.
The first and most important step, don't panic. When you panic, your brain goes into fight or flight mode. Blood leaves your language centers. You understand even less.
So panic makes everything worse.
Yes, so take a breath. Remind yourself, I can handle this. I can ask them to slow down. It's okay.
A deep breath before responding. That alone helps.
When someone is speaking fast, don't try to catch every word. Listen for keywords, the important nouns, verbs, and numbers.
Like the main ideas?
Yes, for example, fast talker. So I was thinking maybe we could push the deadline to Friday instead of Wednesday because the client's feedback came in late and we need to incorporate those changes before we can finalize everything. Keywords you need: deadline, Friday instead of Wednesday, client feedback late, need to incorporate changes.
I don't need every word, just the key points. That's so much easier.
This is the hardest part, actually asking them to slow down, but it's the most important. Here are polite, natural ways to do it. Politely ask them to slow down. I'm sorry, could you say that a bit more slowly? I want to make sure I catch everything. You're speaking a bit fast for me. Would you mind slowing down just a little? Sorry, I'm still getting used to the accent. Could you repeat that more slowly? Ask for repetition. Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't quite catch it. One more time, I want to make sure I understand. Ask for clarification. So the main point is that we need to push the deadline?
You're speaking a bit fast for me is honest and direct. Most people will immediately slow down.
After they slow down and repeat, wrap up by confirming your understanding. This shows you were listening and ensures you got it right.
What do I say?
Okay, so let me make sure I've got this. The deadline is now Friday instead of Wednesday, and that's because the client's feedback came in late? Just to confirm, you need me to incorporate the changes by Thursday. So the main thing is...
This also gives them a chance to correct me if I misunderstood.
Let's practice. You're in a meeting and your manager is speaking very fast.
Okay.
Alex, I need you to take the lead on the Johnson account update. Pull the Q3 numbers from the database and have the draft ready by Thursday morning so we can review before the client call at 2 p.m.
Takes a breath. Uses slow. Stay calm. Don't panic. Listen for keywords. Johnson account, Q3 numbers, draft, Thursday morning, client call, 2 p.m. I'm sorry, could you say that one more time? I want to make sure I catch everything.
Sure. Take the lead on the Johnson account update. Pull the Q3 numbers, have the draft ready by Thursday morning so we can review before the 2 p.m. client call.
Exactly. Thanks, Alex.
Perfect. I got everything and I looked professional doing it.
Now, a social situation. You're at a party and someone is telling a story very quickly.
This feels less formal, so I can be more casual.
And then she was like, I can't believe you did that. And I was like, I had to. And then everyone started laughing and it was just the funniest thing ever.
Whoa, slow down. I want to hear this story properly. What happened? Sorry, so basically, I accidentally sent my boss a meme instead of the report. Okay, so you sent a meme to your boss instead of the report, and everyone thought it was hilarious? Exactly.
Whoa, slow down is perfect for casual settings. It's friendly and honest. Phone calls are harder because you can't see facial expressions or lip movements.
The worst.
Here's how to handle it. Hi, Alex. This is Sarah from accounting. I'm calling about the expense report you submitted last week. There's an issue with the coding on line 47, and I need you to resubmit with the correct code by end of day. Otherwise, it won't be processed until next month.
Hi, Sarah. I'm sorry, the connection isn't great, and you're speaking a bit fast. Could you repeat that more slowly? Sorry about that. There's an issue with line 47 on your expense report. The coding is wrong. You need to resubmit with the correct code by end of day, or it won't be processed until next month. Got it. Line 47 has incorrect coding. I need to resubmit with the correct code by end of day. Is there anything else I need to change? No, just that line. Thanks, Alex. Using "the connection isn't great" is a perfect excuse. It's not blaming them, it's blaming technology.
Let's decode some common fast speech patterns so you're prepared. Common reductions. Going to, gonna. Want to, wanna. Got to, gotta. What are you, whatcha. Let me, lemme. Don't know, dunno. Probably, probably. Kinda, kinda. Sorta, sorta. Examples. What are you going to do? What you gonna do? I don't know, probably not. I don't know, probably not.
Knowing these helps so much. It's not random sounds, it's predictable patterns.
Sometimes you can use body language to signal that you need them to slow down.
Without interrupting?
Yes. Try lean in slightly, shows you're interested but concentrating. Furrow your brow slightly, shows you're processing. Tilt your head, universal sign of I'm listening but struggling. Raise your hand slightly, polite way to signal you need a moment.
Sometimes a small gesture is enough. They realize they're speaking too fast.
Let's look at what to avoid. Mistake 1. Pretending you understand. Nodding and smiling while having no idea. You'll regret it later when you have to ask someone else. Mistake 2. Panicking and tuning out. Your brain shuts down completely. Take a breath and listen for key words. Mistake 3. Getting angry or defensive. Why are you talking so fast? Polite requests work better than accusations. Mistake 4. Interrupting rudely. Cutting them off mid-sentence. Wait for a natural pause, then ask. Mistake 5. Apologizing excessively. I'm so sorry, I'm so stupid, I didn't understand. Could you say that again? Is enough.
Pretending is the worst. I've done it, and it always backfires.
Let's build your fast talker survival toolkit with go-to phrases. Polite requests to slow down. Could you say that a bit more slowly? Would you mind slowing down just a little? I want to make sure I catch everything. Could you repeat that? Asking for repetition. Sorry, could you say that again? One more time. I almost got it. I missed the last part. What was that? Checking understanding. So what you're saying is, let me make sure I understood. Did I hear that correctly? You said buying time to process. Let me just take that in for a second. That's a lot to process. Give me a moment. Okay, let me think about that.
Let me just take that in for a second is brilliant. It gives me time to process without making them repeat.
Alex, fast speech isn't just about speed, it's cultural.
Tell me.
Some cultures naturally speak faster. New York City, Spain, Italian. Others speak more slowly. Southern US, Finland, some Asian countries. In professional settings, people may speed up when nervous. Important. In many cultures, asking someone to slow down is seen as respectful. It shows you care about understanding them. It's not an insult.
So don't feel bad asking. They usually appreciate that you want to understand correctly.
Let's recap the S.L.O.W framework. S, stay calm. Panic makes it worse. L, listen for key words. Catch the main ideas. O, open your mouth. Ask them to slow down. W, wrap up with confirmation. Repeat back what you understood.
And your fast talker challenge is this. The next time someone speaks too fast, don't pretend you understood. Use one of these phrases. Ask them to slow down. Notice that 99% of people will happily repeat themselves, and you'll actually understand.
Alex, what's your go-to phrase now?
Could you say that again? I want to make sure I catch everything. It's polite, professional, and shows I care about understanding.
Perfect. Listeners, now it's your turn.
In the comments, share your worst fast talker experience and how you handled it. Did you pretend? Did you ask them to slow down? What did you say? Let's learn from each other.
If this episode helps you face fast talkers with confidence, share it with a friend who's always nodding along without understanding.
Subscribe to the English Circle, the podcast, for more episodes that help you take control of your communication.
Remember, you have the right to understand. Asking someone to slow down isn't a weakness. It's taking responsibility for clear communication. Speak with confidence, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.